I just wanted to get this out while I'm thinking about it. I went to the Seattle Black Lives Matter Silent March a little over a week ago now, and it was really an amazing experience. I've been to protests, I've been in a riot, um, but I've never been in a silent march, and everything was just so solidarity focused and peaceful, and there were people like that would just we like smiling at the connections that were being made. And I was reflecting on my own psyche, like what all is coming up for me, what are my blocks around race. And there was this moment where I looked at this woman on her front porch watching us go by, just this huge stream of never-ending people. Um, this African American woman, and she was about the size and shape of my own mother. And when I looked at her, it was like looking at my own mom. And it felt like she looked right at me and like right into my soul, my heart. And just like, hi, I see you. And that moment of like, wow, I never had experienced anything like that before. So that was really, really good. It was really brought home the notion of being all one with each other, when it doesn't matter what color your mom is, because a mom is a mom is a mom, and this person could be your mom, even if they're, like they can give you that feeling. Um, so it's really, really touching. It's really good. And it made me think also, like, what am I doing there? I wore this blue jacket, and everyone's wearing, not everyone, but most people were wearing black because we're grieving, but it was raining in Seattle. And I'm just like, what am I? I'm just a dumb white girl. Like, why am I here? And I keep thinking back to the days when I was in this anarchist commune in college, and that's when we did all of this other direct action, and it's just, there was so much. The beliefs mattered more than anything else, and just the fact that you were getting out there and doing something, anything to like create change. I couldn't not go. And even though like part of me still kind of has trauma around when I got arrested with Amy Goodman for protesting, and there was a riot, and there was really, really awful. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. So I didn't want to go out to the violent protests that are happening, where people are destroying property and driving through protesters, and because I've had an experience like similar to that one. And so I was really glad that this turned out so beautifully. And I was reflecting on my psyche, like I mentioned, and one of the subconscious fears that came up before the moment with that beautiful woman was just, oh my God, what if I never see my face again? There's this irrational, like, I have to hold on to my whiteness, or like maybe it won't be there anymore. I don't know, like as soon as I touched on it and played with it, I was like, oh, that's freaking hilarious. Like, why is that thought there? Who put that thought there? That's a ridiculous thought. But then I realized, like, oh, it's like thoughts like that drive a lot of the narrative where people aren't thinking about what is motivating the things that they're saying and the things that they're doing and all of that. So I think there's just this, this undercurrent of existential fear when we all have some amount of existential fear. Almost everyone, I would guess, has some amount of existential fear of like, am I still here? Am I still here now? So there is that insidious aspect of narratives that can just tug on that existential fear that's just basic to being human. I found that really, well, that part's not great. So, but it was good to understand more about how my own self, how I tick, and then it gave me insight into maybe some of the things that other people are dealing with as they're kind of unraveling their shame and trying to figure out, okay, well, I want to be a good person. How do I interact? What do I need to donate? Do I need to go to protest? What does it look like to create a better world? Because I've talked to so many people that, yeah, of course they want to create a better world, but what does that look like? I think a lot of it just looks like listening and meeting people's eyes, but not being the scary, like meet you in the eyes sort of thing. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to share. And raw.